Sam Lowe here for Green Blood Boxing. Delighted, as always, to be joined by Tyrone Mckenna, the mighty CELT. How you doing, bud?
It's happening all good, just chilling after my first day back in camp. So,
Are you sore?
not too. I've been training a bit anyway, so it's not like going straight into the deep end. I'm just really, really fat. That's about it. I'm fit enough. I'm just really, really fat. I need to lose weight. So that's the main thing.
Still working off the Christmas.
That's it. There's too much turkey.
Yeah, the Christmas pudding.
I also seen Bailey's, a bottle of Bailey's, and I didn't think Bailey's would be much calories. 3,000 calories in a bottle of Bailey's.
I love how that's how you measure it per bottle.
Well, I don't do half measures.
Why would I drink a glass of Bailey's? That's pointless. Per bottle, man. Go hard or go home. Oh man. Yeah, bro. Like you've obviously your last fight was against Lahar Davis, as we all know, the Golden Contract final. We'll touch on that in a little while, but that was back end of September, right? 30th of September. So what have you been up to since then? There has definitely been a few, possibly a few stories to tell since you were on holidays with White Chocolate, Tyrone Mckenna. You know, what have you been up to since?
Just downtime. I take my downtime very seriously. So,
what does that mean?
For the first few weeks anyway, I'll munch out and maybe have one or two glasses of wine. But I've still been taking over, still been training away, trying to keep myself. I've been going up to Ryan Burnett's place to do pads. I've been doing Paddy Box. I don't know if you've seen Paddy Box. Paddy Barnes' latest venture. He's going around training people. So I've been doing that with him and doing my own thing as well. Obviously can't get down to Dublin because of COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
Or couldn't. And but I just chilling out with the family and chilling out with the missus and stuff, and that's about it.
Enjoying your time off.
Nothing too exciting. Maybe one or two holidays in there.
Yeah.
Go
on. Tell us about your holiday with Tyrone Mckenna. Where'd you go?
Well, Lanzarote. We went to Lanzarote and we went over and the place was absolutely dead. Like our hotel, it was a nice hotel, but it was empty. There was literally 3 or 4 people in the whole complex. So they got to like about 3 or 4 hours in, and every bar we went there was empty. And we said, you know what, we're gonna have to make up our own fun here. We're gonna have to have the crack ourselves. So we said, we'll do a day of theirs with the Tyrones, and there's a lot of mistakes happened that day. I mean, he dog food. I ended up in a dress. Tyrone was out a lot of money. He had to pay every bill on the night.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. So what happened there with you were like flipping a coin, or what was it? You were getting the waiters to choose and stuff.
We call it card roulette. So you put down your bank card, both down, and you tell the waitress or the waiter to pick what card pays the bill. And he got hit back with it every single time. It's fucking brilliant. Basically a free holiday for me.
Unreal, man. I'd say he was furious.
He was just because of the fact that I had just recently boxed, so I had got a good payday, and he had to pay the whole fucking holiday.
You flush with the cash, him spending all his pennies, like.
I'm looking at his last euros and going, fuck.
Oh man, it's jokes. Yeah, I'd say a lot of people who are watching this will have seen your stories on Instagram. Jesus Christ, man, it's always a laugh.
Like troublesome.
Oh god, I'm surprised you don't get in more trouble. To be fair, like you're mad in the head. Like it's some of this stuff.
We're trying to rein it in. We're trying to be as best behavior as possible in Tyrone doors. Like it gets out of control, but sometimes.
The dress was definitely a highlight of mine.
I rocked that dress. I mean, how many stages running about trying to think he looks good in the dress? I look good in the dress.
That's what we need to do. We need to put like a poll up of you and Harry Styles, like who did it better.
I looked well in it. Got a few compliments.
I'd say so, yeah. Nice legs, Tyrone, yeah.
That's it. I have the body girls dream of.
Oh God. I mean, now it's what's next. Now it's the future. You've said a few names recently, or a few names have been mentioned with your name, the likes of, and the one that sticks out, to be honest, and the one that probably should be made is Lewis Ritson. Before we move on to anyone else, what do you think of that matchup? And
I like Lewis Ritson. Like I'm a fan of Lewis Ritson. He entertains. He's always in good fights. He's there to have a war. He's there to have a fight, and that's what exactly I want. I don't want to have boring fights. And I believe me and him, if I go to war and he goes to war, it'd be an unbelievable fight. And it makes sense on his end. Like on my end, it makes sense. I mean, he's a big name. He's Lewis Ritson. He's got a title. But on his end, I'm ranked higher than him in the world in box track. In Britain, I'm ranked higher than him. So I think it makes sense. And I'd love it. I'd love that fight. But also, again, I would love it in front of a massive crowd. I think it deserves a big crowd.
Yeah, definitely.
Lewis Ritson, I mean, he sells out fucking Newcastle, so I would love to do it over there and away fight. But I mean, there is other names there. There's loads of names. Robbie Davies Jr. would be one.
Yeah, good fight. Really good fight.
Yeah, and I enjoy watching him as well.
Yeah. Him and Ritson had a very good fight, actually, didn't they? Him and Ritson knocked shite out of each other for 12 rounds, didn't they? Or 10 rounds.
If I fought either of them two, basically kind of bit like that. But there's loads of fights. I mean, there's fights in America I'd love to have. And I mean, I hear there's other shows where my name's been mentioned that I might be on, and names that I can't mention at the minute. And
oh, okay. So are these possibilities? Are these like realistic possibilities?
Yeah. Since I had the fight, the last month, my phone hasn't stopped with offers, to be honest.
Really?
So
unreal.
I've got so I've definitely believe I'm going to be fighting either March or April.
Brilliant.
I have a few offers, and I just need to sit down with management to say which one's best for me. So.
And what are the possibilities of that being in the States?
You can't get into that yet.
Come on, Tyrone, give me something, man. No, fair enough. But obviously, you've been talking about a few guys. I mean, you called Adrian Broner a bum there about a week ago, which I absolutely love. I mean, he's obviously not a bum, but what about that? Tyrone Mckenna versus Adrian Broner.
It's funny, I was talking to Tommy McCarthy, I don't know, just before Christmas. I said, "Here, Adrian Broner started training back. Yeah. I'd love to fight him." And then next thing he said he's going to make a return to boxing and fight again. I was like, "Fuck, this is destined to be." And then I seen he got a new opponent, and then the opponent pulled out, and I was like, "Fuck me, it's going to be me getting the call." But he hadn't said nothing yet. I mean, the opponent he was going to fight was way ranked below me as well in box track, but
they tend to, don't they? The American lads, they tend to fight a lot of below par opponents, you know.
Yeah, well,
like, I know it's a bit general. But...
Love. I just love the press conference and the mouthing that both of us would do, because I'd kill him shit.
He wouldn't be snappy enough for your kind of wit either. Like, over this neck of the woods, it's a different story. Like, they're not smart. It's a little too general, but you know what I mean. They're not intellectual, and the humor's not intellectual enough. You know what I mean. Yeah. Over here, it's much cleverer. Like, and that's when you see like the likes of Conor McGregor going over, just ruining all these guys for years. Like, yeah, that would be brilliant, man. The build-up would be debatably as good as the fight, like, and the fight would be a good fight as well.
It would be a good fight, but the build-up would be fucking brilliant.
How do you think?
To be honest, he lost some fucking weight. You see the transformation, especially he put on insane weight.
Yeah, like he really does blow up. Like gets really fat, doesn't he? But he's also. I mean, it's important to mention that he's absolutely a phenomenal fighter. Like he's although he's a 4-weight world champion, and he's kind of, you know, he's won those titles sometimes against, you know, he's had slightly easier opponents than say other people have had to become, you know, like a 4-weight world champion. But he is really, really good. How would you go about winning against Adrian Broner. Like, how do you fight someone like that? Very, very slick, very quick hands.
Yeah, I think you just pressure and rush him. He's known not to train hard, but he lives a partying lifestyle outside of thing. And I think if you just pressure him and bully him and try and bully him back to what he does, and I think you can get them. Who was it done that? What do you call him?
Marcos Maidana.
If you just done that, Stan, that's it. That's the blueprint to beat Adrian Broner.
Just kind of almost follow him around all night and just keep throwing punches at him.
That's it. That's all you have to do. Easier said than done.
That's all you have to do. Oh, I love it. But I mean, I tell you what, like that is a serious fight. But yeah, do you think like to operate at that kind of level? No, because to be fair, like again, as I say, to be fair to Broner, like someone like him, he is still legitimately like kind of top 10 like super lightweights in the world, you know, give or take. He's really good. I mean, do you agree with that?
Yeah,
he's really good. Like
unbelievable. Like he could be, if he focused and he dedicated himself, he could be like unbelievable. But
yeah,
he doesn't. That's the thing. He doesn't motivate himself. He doesn't do that. So 1 month here and 1 month there of dedication isn't going to get you anywhere.
Yeah.
So fuck him.
My question to you, though, based on what I just said, is, you know, obviously we said like how do you beat him, but do you look at guys like that and think, well, I have to improve, or I have to improve on certain things to kind of operate at that level, or because you have to say that Broner is definitely kind of that. He's at top level in the weight division, you know, like he could be debatably mentioned among names like Regis Prograis and Cepeda and these kind of Baranchik and these kind of top, you know, the guys who don't have titles but are the very, you know, former world champions or the best guys in the division. He's debatably, he's that level. So do you look at that kind of fight and go, well, do you know what, I can win that fight, but I need to be better here, or I need to fight a certain way, or I need to kind of improve. Maybe I need a couple of fights before that kind of fight. Like, what's your kind of mentality when you're looking at that kind of level?
I wouldn't never say I need a couple of fights with anyone. Okay. I think I'm ready to fight. I would, and I think I'm ready to fight anyone. But but you always go into camp thinking I have to improve myself here and I have to improve myself, or I didn't do enough running last camp, or I didn't do enough weight. So you always have to go over what you think went well in the last camps and what didn't go well, and improve it. But you're always going to have to improve, and you're always wanting to improve. So
yeah,
I mean,
but the belief in the fact that you can win the fight is there straight away. Like, you'd be confident of taking that fight next, winning that fight.
I've never went in the fight and thought I'm gonna beat her. I've always thought I'm winning this fight.
Yeah.
I mean, even when I was fighting Jack Carroll and he was world number 1 or something, and I was I don't know what I wasn't anywhere near them anyway. I think I was in the top 100. No one gave me a chance. I went in that fight supremely confident that I was going to beat him.
Yeah.
Every fight that I've had, so I'm a confident person.
Yeah, which you have to be, of course, as a boxer. I think my point was more so like, you know, say if you were fighting Josh Taylor is, we've talked before, is like kind of the standout, you would have to say, at the weight division, like around top 10 pound for pound in the world. So like you'd have to look at someone like Josh Taylor, and say, okay, he's kind of a couple of levels up at the moment. So do you look at that kind of level and think, well, I still have maybe a couple of fights before I can, you know, get to that level? That's my point more so, you know what I mean? Not that you kind of look at any fight and go, oh, well, no, I'm not ready for that. Of course, you have belief in yourself.
I think you're always just one win away from that kind of level, or if you're in my position, I'm 14th in the world boxing right now. I get one good win, and that's me in the top 5 in the world. So I'm not that far away from being on that level. Obviously, Josh Taylor's like, he's phenomenal. He's unbelievable. He's a perfect career so far. But taking him aside, I mean, the other top 3 or 4, or the people in the top 10, I would gladly accept in my next fight. And I wouldn't go in thinking I'm going to get battered or I'm going to get beat. I'd go in thinking I'm going to win. So
of course. Yeah, to be honest, I think that would be a great fight, Broner, specifically like Broner, because of everything, you know, the build up and the way it would be fan friendly as well, because you chase him down, and then we would also see his skills as well. You know what I mean? But that would, I think that would be a perfect.
I'd love that fight. I mean, stranger things have happened.
Definitely, and there's a few quid in that fight as well.
The fucking Nick. Give me the money. Give me the
100%, man. So, like, let's look at some of the other possibilities. I mean, obviously, you've talked about Mario Barrios as well, who's a undefeated WBA regular champion. He's kind of maybe slightly more under the radar, but obviously a reasonably big name. As I say, is there anything that kind of sticks out or looks like it's a possibility, or is it more so? See, you won't tell me. That's the problem.
Hello, I can't. As soon as I can tell you, I'll get you on the phone.
Deal, man, deal. I want you to. Yeah, because like you were talking about Postal as well. I mean, obviously these are all the guys. We're just gonna have to move on because you can't tell me anything anyway. Look, I think the main thing is you're going to be out March, April, as you said, and that's the main thing. That's what we want to see.
Thank God, because I was starting to panic. Like, I'm not going to be out this side of the summer, and I was like, this is going to be a long road back, because even though if you say you're going to dedicate yourself and train twice a day and that, if you don't have a fight date and it doesn't look like you're going to fight this side of summer, you're going to stray away. Like, but thankfully, Jamie, my manager, he got me sorted, and we're looking good. We're looking good for more April.
Deadly, man! I can't wait.
I wouldn't come down to Dublin and spend a fortune down here unless I thought I had a fight.
Yeah, that's a good point. Blowing your money. That's interesting. I wanted to ask you about that before. What's the situation down in Dublin? So, are you renting a place, or how does it work? Like, because I think that's kind of a nice insider kind of bit of knowledge that people don't really know about. Like, how does it work for you when you have to kind of move down to Dublin for camp and stuff?
This is my. I'll give you a glimpse of the pod right now. It's not much. It's not loads to look at. This is my bed. This is my kitchen. This is my wardrobe. That's my bathroom.
Nice one. Whereabouts are you based, roughly, without giving your exact location? Because obviously I'm in Dublin, so whereabouts are you based, roughly?
I'm a Ballier.
Ballyfermot or Ballymun? Ballyfermot.
Oh, yeah.
Ballymun?
No, Ballyfermot.
Ballyfermot. I thought you said Ballymun then. I was like, I'm only down the road from Ballymun. Yeah, in Ballyfermot and Ballier. I love it. You're picking up the accent, are you?
Sure up you. But
you're close to the gym, of course.
It depends. Every camp's different. Like last camp I was in a hotel just, and Aspect Hotel it's called, but it was triple the price of this, and then the time before that I was staying like student places. Every time I come down here, it's changed really. Yeah. Just wherever's available that I can get. Okay. So
I thought that you and Tyrone McCullough were kind of sharing an apartment at one stage. That was
it was some apartment. It was Heyday. It's called Heyday. It's student accommodation, but because of COVID, like barely had anyone staying there. So they give us this fucking mansion of a pad for the price of one room. Because there were so little people staying there, everyone had their own like. It was shared accommodation, but no one was sharing because no one was in there. So we had this big pad. Fucking, it was unbelievable. Right in city centre, it's fucking great. But I don't mind where I stay. Like it's all the same. Like you can't go out, you can't drink, you can't eat like nice, like proper food, and so it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter where I am as long as a bed to sleep in and a washing machine. I'm happy.
Yeah,
and a fridge.
Yeah. How hard is it to stay strict on the diet, especially when you're alone? Like you could
see one thing about me. I am so fucking lazy. It's ridiculous. So. See when McCullough's here, he'll be like, "Oh, come on to the shop and come on to this." But see when I'm alone, I do not leave my room. I just be lying here. And I'm too lazy to go to the shop and get like a chocolate bar or anything. So as long as I don't buy it in the weekly shop, I'm sweet. I will not. I'll not. No matter how much I want chocolate right now, can't get any because it's going to the shop, which is literally 40 seconds away.
I was
But
about
it's
to say
still
it definitely is. I love that. It's probably literally out the door and just the end of the road, but you won't do it.
It's ridiculous how lazy I am when it comes to that kind of shit. Tyrone hates it.
These are the unknown or lesser spoken about benefits of being lazy. You know what I mean? People always, it's underrated being lazy.
Yes. So when I'm on my own, I don't. It's so easy to that, just because it can be work.
But do you cook as well? Like you buy your food in and you cook every evening, or what way does that work?
I used to cook, but see me cooking. I don't know if you watch my cooking and stuff, but like I love cooking, but it's definitely not healthy. I use oil, I use butter like fuck, and it's fucking great. It all tastes great, but it's definitely not healthy. And I have a nutritionist, and the first camp, he was getting me to cook. I was cooking everything. I was like, yeah, I'll cook this, I'll cook that. And he's like, your weight's not coming down as quick as it should be. And I was like, I don't know what that is about. And he came over one time and he just saw me fucking whacking like for a steak using fucking a block of butter to fucking baste the steak and all this shit. And he's like, what the fuck? And he got me on lean supper club meals. So they cook, they work with a nutritionist and they cook all my meals for me for the week.
Class. Oh, class. So you don't even have to cook.
Nah, I don't have to cook. I don't have to do nothing. I literally lie in bed and go to.
That's spot on, to be fair. You train and then you earn your laziness by training every day. And that's it. That's quality, man.